Hey, what's up guys? In this video, we're going to be going over the food costs that I have over here, some of the COVID restrictions that I'm dealing with, and an update on how I'm going to be putting the videos out. All right, going on a nice walk today. As I said before, I can't really videotape. How old am I, right? Can't really record anything here. There's rules against that. But, so you're kind of getting a sky shot. Not the most flattering angle, but that's how I have to do it. I'm just walking on a bike path. I can show you that real quick. It's like a bike path that goes around the majority of this place, and I usually come here Saturdays or Sundays if it's nice enough and put some miles in, because my knees just can't take running every single day like I used to. And I'm gonna go to the commissary and see if they have any more tofu available. So first thing, I just put out that food video. Hasn't been released yet, but I just finished editing it and uploading it. It's come out on Thursday next week. And watching it, you can tell I'm frustrated, but maybe I didn't explain everything. So I've been plant-based for a while now, years now. And when I go to the field and do training, I'll switch to more of a vegetarian diet because there's dairy in everything. And I'll eat eggs in the morning because I need the protein, because at that point there's really not much else unless I bring my own stuff, some peanut butter maybe, things like that. So here in Korea, I'm eating eggs, eating dairy, just out of necessity because of the lack of resources here. Yeah, one of the big reasons I started back on this diet, plant-based, last few years anyway. I read a book called How Not to Die, and it basically goes over the top 10 causes of death, right? And how to beat them, essentially. Number one cause of death year after year is always heart disease, except for 2020 because of COVID. And honestly, not a majority, I don't know for sure, quite a few of those deaths had comorbidities with complications like heart disease or other kinds of illnesses that can be avoided. But rest assured, heart disease is back on top as the number one killer now that COVID has subsided. We still wear masks everywhere, but no one's trying to ban those things that are causing the heart disease, like double cheeseburgers and donuts and stuff like that. I don't know. The whole book was about how to recognize these illnesses, and it was heart disease, heart attack, stroke, diabetes, high cholesterol, all that kind of stuff in it. And these are really the top 10. One of them is forget the term, but it's for when you go into the hospital for something and catch an illness while you're there, and then don't ever come out because you die. That was number 6 or something like that. You go in, you may already have heart disease, but you go in for some sort of surgery and don't make it out of surgery. So you didn't really die from, having some quadruple bypass thing, but you caught some sort of infection after the surgery or just complications during the surgery. So yeah, so that's the book. It was by Dr. Greger, I think. But yeah, How Not to Die. Recommend it. Very interesting. It looks huge, but really half the book is just all the medical references, because everything's cited. It's not anyone's personal opinion. It's truth on how medically documented you can't overcome a lot of these following a plant-based diet. If it gets windy, sorry. I don't have a mic, and sometimes here it gets a little windy. I think we're doing okay though. Backed by some of these motor pools in the back. There's no traffic right now too, which is nice. All these trees should be blooming soon. We're gonna get the cherry blossoms here. They're starting to bloom a little bit on the tips. Like they're not like bud, or starting to bud, but yeah, we should have cherry blossoms blowing around for like a week, and then they go back to looking dead again, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, with the food video, it's frustrating because they charge me almost $350 a month for food. Yeah, it's a little windy. Hope that's not bad, but we'll suffer through it. I'm trying to do just one video here and not have to edit too much. But yeah, it's charged $350 almost for food from the dining hall, and I don't eat most of it. If there's a vegetarian option, I try and get it. I tend to grab, they have a bunch of rice cookers because I'm in Korea, so I grab that. I'll grab a side of veg, whatever they have, some stuff from the salad bar. That's it, and I'm getting sick of it. So I'm going to the grocery store, and at the grocery store they have like some things like tofu, pick up some tortillas. I mean, you saw the video, but I'm also spending a couple $100 a month there too, and like between $500 and $600 a month is a lot for food, especially if I don't like it. I mean, there's no way with me and Jamie and Maddie at home, there's no way I'm spending $1,500 a month at the grocery store, so it's kind of ridiculous. So it's frustrating that I have to pay that when they don't really accommodate things I'm going to eat other than salad bar and veggies. They have like crappy food I can eat, french fries and grilled cheese and cheese sticks and pancakes, and I'm not going to eat that stuff. Like, it's ridiculous. They'll give me like 6 grilled cheese sandwiches, but to get some sort of like, vegetable fajitas that's halfway decent is, seems impossible to them. But that's that. And man, it's just getting frustrating here. We can't go anywhere. Like, this is like the most I can go out is walking around like this right now on the weekend. The original plan was like a 3-week phase kind of release to do things. First week, the people that we replaced were supposed to drive us around, show us, places to go, places not to go, things to do, which I had a video on. We drove around a little bit. The next week, we're supposed to go out as a group during certain hours to go to a restaurant or explore or whatever. The guys I work with, seems like I said in the video, just seem to want to go right to eat and then right back. Not what I wanted to do. A little frustrating for me, but it wasn't about me. It was about, everybody making the choice. And that's what we did. The next week, we're supposed to be able to go out and do whatever we wanted on our own during daylight hours. Then after daylight hours, we could stay out as long as we had at least one other person with us, which would have been cool. Fortunately, COVID happened, so Korea had a huge spike in COVID cases, and that meant that we were restricted to post. They did have a huge spike. They didn't really have one when COVID originally started, because they were diligent with the mask wearing and stuff. But Omicron got them here. I don't know. Deaths went up a little bit. They didn't go up that much. We had some cases in the area, but I mean, it's no different anywhere else. And we would have been wearing a mask anyway. It's not like we were going to go out and not be able to do anything, with no mask and be able to run around and do things. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, the frustrating part about that was that they restricted everyone. How you doing? So they restricted everyone and said, hey, for the safety or whatever, we're going to make everybody stay on Camp Hobie, Camp Casey. Camp Hovey, Camp Casey. They're like two separate camps, but they're connected by a road. But the same perimeter fence goes around both of them. So if I say Camp Hovey or Camp Casey, it's all the same place. It's just kind of two areas that are connected by a road here. But it was like, yeah, we're restricting you guys to Camp Hovey, Camp Casey, because COVID cases go up. It's like, okay, cool. COVID cases go down, no change. Another week, COVID cases go down even farther, no change. And then it comes out like, okay, if there's no incidences this weekend, like underage drinking or fighting or anything, because they're soldiers that are stuck in their rooms, so what are they going to do, right? Here's the wind again, sorry. But then it come out like, okay, if there's no incidences, they might repeal the restriction to post. And it's like, but it had nothing to do with that. It had to do with COVID cases. So, pretty frustrating. El Paso, Fort Bliss, where we came from, no mask restriction as long as you're vaccinated. South Korea, you can enter the country as long as you test negative, have your vaccine. You don't have to do any kind of quarantine like I did 2 months ago in that other video where we had to sit in a room just because. And yeah, so that's right with that. So there's no end in sight to when we're gonna be allowed to go anywhere. We have upcoming training exercises, so that's gonna eat away at some of the time. Being able to go places because I'll be working. Yeah, cars driving by. Planted a bunch of new trees here too, so there should be a bunch of cherry blossoms maybe by next year. It don't look like they're gonna be blooming this year. The workers they hire here in Korea, man, they work every day of the week. I don't think it's the same people every day of the week, but it's not like they just have weekends off like they typically do in the US. But yeah, nice day. 16 degrees, so that's like 60 Fahrenheit, and a t-shirt. Way better than the snow and the rain and the cold the past few weeks. So the last thing, I'm trying to put a video out every Thursday, but with competing requirements at work, and there's the wind again, competing requirements at work and upcoming training, I was trying to get ahead, like weeks and weeks ahead, but I don't think that's gonna work, because the plan was to be weeks and weeks ahead. So when I had to do training, we go do stuff, and I wouldn't be able to make videos. There'd be stuff like already scheduled. But with us not being able to leave post, all those things I was gonna go do and video, I haven't been able to do them. There's like an open air market I want to go to, some like 6 or 8 story mall I was gonna go to. There's like a dog cafe, which is way cooler than a cat cafe, just so everybody knows that. But didn't get to do them yet. So there'll be weeks when I don't put out a video. That's just gonna be how it is. Crazy blinds on that building. I don't know what's going on over there. But yeah, so anyway, just a nice little walk and talk. Wish I could show you more of the area. I mean, it's not nothing really to see, but it might make it a little more interesting. Hope you liked the video. Any questions, put them down below. And talk to you guys next time. Bye.